Okay, I'm going to try my broken part, the part of my pickup that it wouldn't start. I'll try that here in a couple minutes. Now, that other video I made, I made that about 10, 11 o'clock this morning. I spent the better part of the day playing with it. It's actually a real simple problem. Just didn't quite make sense, so I'm going to get to that here in a minute. Now, some friends of mine finally arrived over there mid-afternoon. They towed my pickup to about 3 miles to a parking lot. Where we were out of traffic, and it was under a moderate shade tree, not a real big one, but it did help a little bit. But anyway, I took the wire to the coil wire that goes to the distributor. I stuck a screwdriver in there, and I had my friend hold it close to a piece of metal. He said, "Yeah, you got spark from that wire." So I said, "Well, that eliminates a whole bunch of stuff." And I put it back and pulled a plug wire off, and he said, "Well, you don't have a spark here at this individual plug wire." So I said, "That's got to be the rotor." Which didn't make any sense, but anyway, we were right across the street from O'Reilly's, so I walked over there. I got in a discussion with several people over there. One lady, she was saying that had finished about 3/4 of a bottle of tequila and wasn't even buzzed. I don't quite get that. But to me, tequila's got such an oddball taste to it. I really never. A lady gave me a bottle of tequila one time. I actually thought there was something wrong with it until I realized that all tequila tastes like it. All tequila's got that weird taste to it. I think I bought a second bottle and just tried it and said, "Yo, what a weird taste of tequila." But anyway, well, I'm sure some people love tequila. Actually irrelevant to this conversation. Let me show you my rotor. It's brand new, or it's about 3 months old. It looks perfectly fine. That's the reason. Now, I used one that Yell me why I didn't just slap that in there, initially. Well, because this one looks perfectly fine. I've never had a rotor fail. Where it looked nice and clean. I've had that little carbon thing burned off of the distributor cap. I've had that a number of times, but I've never had a rotor that looked nice and clean that just wouldn't work. Now, like I said, I walked back from O'Reilly, slapped the rotor in there. It started up. Of course, the timing is way off because I had played musical distributors. After such a timing, I got it running good. Went ahead and head home. Now tomorrow, tomorrow morning about 5, about first daylight, I'm gonna get out and put a few parts back. Move a few things around. I'm gonna replace some stuff and try to make it run a little bit better. But let me show you my broken part. Maybe somebody else knows why an ignition rotor, distributor rotor, would look fine and just not work. Maybe it's this little brass piece or whatever it is. I'm thinking just steel because it looks like steel. Maybe something wrong with it. Maybe it just wore down and didn't make contact with the cap. Like I said, I had one of these, and it's beyond me why I didn't just try it. Before I replaced the distributor. I guess maybe because it looks good. I don't know. Anyway, I got home. Even though it took me just about a full day playing with this thing, because I haven't done much else today. Well, I had the homeowner the guy that was once that take me over and look at that air conditioner over on the east side of Phoenix, and didn't look like there's anything wrong with it. So I'm not quite sure what they got to do with it. If they want to replace the motor, I'll probably wait a few days before I head back over there, drive around here, local, before I go very far, just to make sure my pickup's going to run right. Okay. Yeah, life is still interesting. Life is still fun. Bye-bye.